Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Evenly UIM, the Even Skilled Ultimate Ironman. Last episode we left off by getting base 3s in every single stat along with level 4 herb lore. This episode we're going to march toward base 4. I mentioned last time that since our skills are still so low, the individual training techniques for each and every single one of these skills is not going to change very much until probably our skills get closer to level 5 and maybe even level 10. By that point we'll start doing some quests and we'll be able to change things up. Because of that, I'm going to follow more or less the same route as last time. So instead of showing everyone the small step-by-step decisions I make here and there, I might just share the level up clips as I progress, and therefore the progress you see will be a little bit faster and we can get to some more interesting content a little bit quicker. For starters, we're going to get level 4 thieving on this account, and we'll see how long that takes. There's level 4 thieving. To free up some inventory space, we're going to use this needle and thread on the leather to make some leather gloves, giving us 13 experience each. We'll go ahead and sell these to the general store, free up some slots, and we'll get back to woodcutting. And with this log, we should get 4 woodcutting. There it is. 4 woodcutting. Alright boys, that's level 4 fletching. Wanted to quickly note here that I am committing an inventory space to arrow shafts. Once we get level 5 smithing, then we'll start being able to smith bronze arrowheads right there, and we'll make that our smithing route. That way we can somehow make fletching go by a little bit faster, because currently picking up these logs, it's getting longer and longer each time, and it's only going to get longer as time goes on. So I definitely want to use these shafts to make fletching go by a little bit faster as we move forward. For now, I'm going to pick up a few of these logs, head down to the shore. That way we can cook the shrimp on a fire this time, get ourselves 4 fire making, 4 fishing, as well as 4 cooking. As you can see, inventory management is starting to get a little bit much, but that's okay. After this next fish, we're going to get level 4 fishing. There it goes. Now what we're going to do is pick up one of these logs, light it, and cook enough shrimps to get level 4. And there's level 4 cooking. Great. We'll leave everything else here on the ground because we don't need any of this anymore. We'll go ahead and drop the small fishing net as well as the tinderbox to free up some inventory space. And now, before we leave Lumbridge, we'll go ahead and get some more Slayer and Combat done. While we try to kill some more cows to satisfy our Slayer task, we'll pick up their hides and see if we can't combo some crafting along with it. Alright, we're going to start this combat grind with melee. The interesting thing to note is that currently I'm on controlled, so we get shared XP. However, since I've been meticulously keeping track of everything and keeping it balanced from the beginning, we have exactly, here's 228 XP in attack, 228 in strength, and 228 in defense. So as long as we continue with controlled, we will get level 4 at exactly the same time. And so this will help us keep all of our combat stats in line. Alright, slight change of plan. As much as I want to keep all of my stats in line with one another, since Slayer is going to be such a problem and accuracy is very important, so I'm not getting additional experience while hitting zeros and the cow in this case is healing, it's very important that I increase the attack bonus of my style. And with this setup, with the Iron Scimitar, slash is plus 10, whereas stab is plus 2. So as long as I keep track of attack, strength, and defense with any of the non-controlled options, they're all slash, meaning I'll have more accuracy with my swings. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and just keep track of every level as I get it. There's level 4 attack. We'll switch to strength. And there we have level 4 strength. Go ahead and switch to defense. And here's level 4 defense. So we're going to finish off this kill and we're going to switch to range. There we go. There it is, level 4 range. We're going to finish off this kill and then switch to magic. Before we finish with magic in our Slayer, I'm going to pop over to All Grid, tan up these hides, and get whatever crafting experience I can, and then sell those items at the general store, and then meet everyone back at the cow pen. So we've just tanned these leathers. We're going to turn the leather gloves, and we're about to get level 4 crafting. There we go. I am going to use up the remainder of this leather and go partway to level 5, because I don't want to give up this crafting experience in my inventory. There we go. Now again, we'll sell these gloves to the general store in Lumbridge, and then we'll continue slaying with magic. Now we're going to use Wind Strike and see how many cows we can kill with that before we get to the next level. Here we are, coming up on level 4 magic. There we go. We are splashing a lot. We just got 1 kill in that entire level. So that's going to be a little concerning. We still have 4 more cow kills to the next Slayer level. So we're definitely going to have to dip into the buffer room for the next level. Alright, we have 1 more kill until the next Slayer level. We have already used almost a third of our buffer XP for all of attack, strength, and defense. So this Slayer is going to be a little bit of a problem. I'm really hoping we can get more lamps along the way to help even that out. Otherwise, we're dipping into the buffer room a little bit for range here as well. There's 12 hit points. And with this kill, and here we go. That's level 4 Slayer. Oh, and I think I forgot to mention, one of those cows did drop a beginner clue. So in this case, we need to go to Fortunato and drain our village. So we'll go ahead and take a look at what he has to offer once we get over there. And hopefully we'll be able to complete our first clue scroll on this account. We'll see what happens. For now, what I'm going to do is bring these cowhides to the tanner and get them tanned and hold on to them. And then once we take over into the next base levels, that is base level 5s, the first thing I'm going to do is use up those cowhides to get as much crafting experience out of them as possible. Because crafting leather here is far more efficient than spinning wool. We're in Drain Our Village. We're going to talk to Fortunato, see what our clue scroll has to say next. Looks like we're heading to the Cook and Lumbridge Castle. We can do that as well. So that's fantastic. Note that I did make 5 of my leathers into gloves. I'm now 1 set of gloves, 6 XP away from the next crafting level. I really want to minimize the amount of space that these 2 cow leathers take up. That way I can maximize the amount of space I spend for rune crafting. For now, what we're going to do is we're going to continue westward and enter our house to use up these planks so we can get level 4 construction. Along the way, we're going to pick up our rake and try to get some raking content in as well. And there's level 4 construction. With this weed patch, we're going to go ahead and get 4 farming. Then we can drop the rake and make some room for extra essence. And after doing some computations, we get 5 rune crafting experience. There it is, level 4 farming. We get 5 rune crafting experience every air rune. With 101 remaining, we need 21. Therefore, we know we're going to have to make 2 trips. So I'm going to free up just enough inventory space to make at least 11 so that we can make 2 trips worth of rune essence and get ourselves level 4 rune crafting. There it is, 4 mining. We're going to continue getting the remainder of our inventory filled with rune essence. It's been a trend so far that rune crafting has been a little bit behind mining, but they are 1-to-1. So once we can start making better runes, then we're going to be able to get this balance back in shape and use mining for other things. But until then, we're just going to continue with this 1-to-1 balance, and we'll come back when we have level 4 runecrafting. Bam. Alright, we'll drop this pickaxe. We're going to home teleport back to Lumbridge, take a look at what's going on with this beginner clue scroll, and then we're going to buy our bronze bars to get our 4 smithing. Here we are in Lumbridge Castle. Talk to the cook. Gave us another clue. Let's see if we can do it. We need a bow at the Grand Exchange. Fantastic. Once we buy our smithing bars over in Al-Kharid and we meander up to Verit in order to smith them on the anvil, we'll then pop over to the Grand Exchange and we'll see what the next step is or whether we get a casket. We're going to buy 8 bronze bars. That should be enough to get us to level 4 smithing. We'll buy an extra one just for good measure. Make sure that we're definitely going to get that level. And now we're going to make our way up to Verit and get ourselves 4 smithing. There's level 4 smithing. We can finally make bronze nails. So from this point forward, that's what we're going to be crafting. And now we should never run out of bronze nails, and so this minimizes the amount of trips we have to make to the sawmill. We are in the Grand Exchange. We're going to go ahead and bow. Here's Uri. And there we go, our very first casket on the account. A beginner casket. So I want to open this, but let's make some space. Let's drop some of these med helms. And let's see what we get for our very first casket. Maybe we get lucky, maybe we get a unique. Let's find out. Cabbage. Now it's my understanding that one receives cabbage and a beginner clue scroll if they could have gotten a unique. That the slot in the clue scroll rolls and hits the unique table and then rolls a 50-50 on whether you actually get a unique or whether you actually get cabbage. So unfortunately, this could have been something great, but is not. We do, however, get a hard leather body. This might be an upgrade in terms of range, but I'm not sure if I want to commit a full inventory spot to it. So we're going to drop the cabbage probably, pick back up the med helms because those are worth a little bit of money. And from this point, taking a look at our stats, what we see, we're missing Hunter, Prayer, and Agility. So again, we're going to minigame teleport over to the Barbarian Outpost, then we're going to walk over to the Gnome Stronghold, get 4 Agility, and then we'll have to take care of Hunter right after that, and then we'll end this round very similar to how we ended last round. Alright, here we are, finishing our second lap. Climbing this net should give us level 4 Agility. Fantastic. Alright, we're making our way down to the Feldip Hills region, and I just got whopped for a 6. Last time we came down here, I didn't really have these problems, but I guess I got lucky. I should probably have brought some food, but I brought no food. So I'm going to probably take a couple minutes here and try to regenerate my health a little bit, because I need to make it to the other side of this Feldip Hills region. And if an ogre can wallop me for a 6, I don't want to get specced out by everything living inside this region. Alright everyone, we've waited a few minutes. We've healed back up to 12 HP. So with our run on, we are going to try to run through this Feldip Hills region. There are some bones here, so maybe we'll try to pick those up along the way as well, because we do need to get those in the long run. So we're going to try to avoid all these ogres. Move to the left here, skirt around this fairy ring, there we go. So there is a way to get through, we just need to be a little bit more careful next time. Alright, now that we're here, we'll head over to the southeastern region with our bird snare, and we'll get level 4 hunter. Okay, with this bird, this will bring us to level 4 hunter, there we go. We'll bury all the bones associated to the birds that we caught. And we only have 5 bones left to 4 prayer as well. So all in all we're missing now is prayer level 4, and then we'll be at base 4 stats. A lot like what we did last episode, I'm going to get this prayer level using bones in Edgeville, and then we're going to head to that deep wilderness dungeon in order to get level 5 herblore. Along the way, we're going to keep all the guams that we clean and try to come back with as many as possible. That way we can store them up and create attack potions in the future. Grabbing our last bones for level 4 prayer. So we'll pick up these 2, bury them. There we go, level 4 prayer. Alright everyone, so with 4 prayer, that brings our base stats up to level 4, base level 4. Which is really wonderful. We're one step closer to achieving phase 2, which is base 5 stats for everything. What's fantastic is that with this 4th prayer level, that brings our total level up to 100, which is a really nice initial achievement on this account. So this is really quite phenomenal. Anyway, at the beginning of next episode, we're going to head back into the wilderness and get our herblore up to level 5 and collect as many guams as we can. But until then, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And tune in next time as we achieve at base level 5s in all of our skills. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.